Good morning, everyone. It's AAPl. It's Friday. It's May 4th. It's 2018. And as you can tell from the backdrop, I'm not in Fort Lauderdale, I'm not in Chicago, and I'm not in Laguna today. I am in Las Vegas. But I'm not here to play. I'm here to work, and we're going to talk job numbers on this important Friday. But before we do that, it's May the 4th. That means the Star Wars fans out there, it's your national holiday. May the 4th be with you. For Cinco de Mayo fans, that's tomorrow, so that makes it officially today, Cinco de Mayo Eve. And if you're a Derby fan like me, then your attention is going to be focused tomorrow to the fastest 2 minutes in sports with the 144th running of the Kentucky Derby. Now, in addition to all of that excitement, for two people that I know, today is even more important to them because it's their birthday. So if you call my office, you've spoken to Terry, happy birthday to him, and my friend Dexter also celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday to both you guys. But let's talk about the markets. So today on this important job day, 164,000 jobs were created last month. Now you'd think ordinarily that would be a great thing. However, the estimate was really for 192. Range was consensus 145 to 225, 192 the estimate, 164 came in. Last month the revision, 134 up from I think 102 or 103, maybe it was 104. Now that's a good thing, right? But not necessarily because we were looking for a much better number than that. If you look at the 90-day rolling average, we actually down-ticked a little bit. Ordinarily, when I see these downticks in the moving average, it's meaning more of a shift, a negative shift towards the macros. This isn't enough to warrant that. I think for right now, we kind of stay as is from a macroeconomic perspective. Let's shift attention off of the job numbers for a moment, and let's talk about yesterday's market action, because man, did we ever see some market action yesterday. If you follow me on Twitter at AAPl, you know that I posted a note yesterday with the S&P down near its lows, breaking below its 200-day moving average. The Dow Jones followed suit. I thought it was interesting because I looked towards the leaders, and if you know, I pay a lot of attention to leaders. We talk about that in financial intelligence training. I talk about that in the YouTube videos here, and I post that occasionally on YouTube. So I pulled up from the February 9 lows. I looked at the top 3 big boys in the S&P 500. We looked at Apple, we looked at Microsoft, we looked at Amazon. Now all 3 of those stocks, since their February 9 lows, were up handsomely. Apple up over 16%, Microsoft up over 5%, Amazon up 12, and maybe I mixed up Amazon and Apple right there. But where was the S&P? The S&P was minus 0.47% since the February 9 close. So why is this relevant? Because we were breaking below the 200-day moving average yesterday, and without the support, without the leadership, without the heavy lifting of those 3 big boys, which are 10% of the S&P's weighting, where would we have been? Would we have held that support, or would we have collapsed? That's the question. So very important that we continue to see this leadership. If you look through the markets and you look through these individual names, there's not a lot of good stocks patterns that we're seeing. So it's important that they either shape up and they plug those leaks in the dams that we've talked about, or that these leaders really do their heavy lifting, kind of like LeBron James did last night. Congratulations to him. They're leading the series 2-0, 43 points to the big man. Now, China talks, important, right? No resolve, but did you really think we were going to have a resolve in just a few days? No way. They even prepped you for that on television. China said that they weren't going to back off of their numbers by 2020, and they didn't do that right away, so I don't expect that to be the case. Now, continuing with that, next week we have Iran on the docket, and whether Trump pulls the nuclear agreement. That's going to be interesting. Let's see what happens and how the market reacts to that. Before we wrap up for today, I do want to give a special congratulations to Ferrari for having great numbers yesterday. Broke out of a sideways chart pattern. That's not a recommendation to buy Ferrari, by the way, unless it's the car, and then I fully endorse it if it fits your financial plan. All kidding aside, 131.20 is that market top right there. If they can take that out, they're going to be sitting on top of the podium, hopefully just like they'll be doing in Spain in 2 weeks. Guys, AAPl, financial intelligence training. Hope you're enjoying the sunrise here in Vegas. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you.